What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It is a beautiful summer evening here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anders and I are hanging out in the beer shed getting ready to check out a new beer. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, just been drinking beers half the night, pretending it's Wednesday now and then, and
Yeah, that's what we got to do. I mean, look, man, whatever you got to do to get through the day.
time to drink another one.
Well, the beer we have today is called Green Plum Ale, and this is from Taihu Brewing out of Taiwan. Now, I've never had a beer from Taiwan, and I can't read 98% of this can. Where the heck did you find this, man?
So I was sitting at home one day, and my good friend Brandon messages me out of the blue with a picture of a couple beers. He's like, "Do you want me to pick these up for you?" I was like, "Where in the world are you? How? What? Yes, of course I want these beers." And he happened to be in Taiwan with another band because he does. Brandon does front of house, does sound for Whitechapel, and he happened to be out with another band and was in Taiwan. In Taiwan, saw these beers. Brought back 3 beers. This one, another one we're going to showcase later.
Which is oolong tea.
Oolong tea. Sugarcane oolong tea. And the third one, which is tomato plum. And he let me have these two as long as I would drink the tomato plum one with him, which we did do.
What do you think of that
It was a tomato plum goze, and it was actually really good. It was a true goza. Had the nice salty back on it. And the tomato and plum actually matched really well. It was a really nice, flavorful beer.
I imagine it probably would, right? Because
I wish-
tomato's like a little more acidic and like, whatever. And then you have like the sweetness of a plum or a little bit of tartness in there. It'd probably be quite interesting.
But still, he was super kind enough to bring all 3 of these beers back.
Yeah,
let me
man.
take these 2 home. So now I'm here, so we can share them together and talk about them.
So
thank you, Brandon.
Brandon, thank you for bringing them back, man. Thank you to the Yeti for sharing these with me. This is something I probably never would have found in my life.
Never even knew existed.
No. Back when I was in college, one of my buddies' father worked for the State Department, and he lived in Taiwan for a bit. And the only beer he had was one I think it just said like beer Thailand or something Taiwan on it, something like that. But it wasn't particularly good. It was just kind of a generic lagery kind of thing. Where this sounds much different, much better.
So you're going to attempt to pronounce the writing on the back of the can?
I will not. I will pass on that one. I have no idea what it says. I mean, it's Chinese. There's obviously some kind of interesting tiger on here. Taihu Brewing, Green Plum Ale, ABV 5%, volume 500 mils. And then...
Was it say brewed for love?
And bamboo horse. So I don't know what that means, but there's a little bit of... Looks like one of those horse's head with the stick like you drive on ride around on as a kid. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but dude, super hyped to try this.
Maybe it's made with horse blood.
Maybe.
Or bamboo shoots.
Could be. That's all right on the ratings. 3.
Whoa. Before you pour it, what color do you think this is going to be?
So this is supposed to be what, plum? Purpley.
It says green plum, right?
Oh, green plum. Then maybe green. I was thinking purpley. Aren't plums like kind of purplish?
Yes.
If they're green plums, I can't say I've ever eaten a green plum, but I'm going to stick with purple.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a light purple color as well.
Let's see. Try to look and see and cheat, but I can't see anything. It's just dark. All right.
We're both wrong.
Just beer colored.
So anyways, what were the ratings?
Ratings 3.51 on Untappd with 85 check-ins. Beer Advocate 4.06 with 1 check-in.
Great. There's a lot of floaters.
Oh, holy shite. Oh, my God.
I'm glad you got all that. I am so happy you got all that. You ass.
There's still some left.
Wow, thank you.
Oh, bro.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Look, if I'm getting dysentery, so are you. Color, first things first, we'll break out the Brew HQ chart. I would say...
I need a coffee filter.
What do you think on this Brew HQ? 11 or 12? It's like an amber color. The floaters are
I can't get past
wild.
the floaters.
I don't know if they'll show up on camera. I'll tell you what. Hold that up, and I'm going to record it with my phone because the floaters in this are wild, man. And I'll try to cut it in the corner so we can kind of see what it looks like.
Test your editing skills.
I can do that. I've done it before. Video, go ahead.
Are
Give
you
it a
taking
shake or something.
No, I'm not shaking this up. You're an idiot.
Wow. That's major league floaters, bro. I'm assuming it's just pieces of fruit or plum. I mean, a lot of the fruit beers have it, but there's a heck of a lot of sediment in there, man.
Well, again, I don't know. Like, we can't read the back of this can. I don't know if it's can conditioned or anything. And this came from Taiwan through Japan, and who knows where. I forget where else he traveled through before it got to me. And then it sat in the refrigerator on the tour bus. all around the country for a month before I flew it home. So I'm lucky it even made it home, first of all.
Try to see if there's a date.
Because it traveled.
Now, there's a date here. It says manufactured 9/1/2022. Expiry 9/7/2023. So
We're not at the expiration date yet.
we still have several months left, so this is still fine. No problem here. So I don't think it's like anything bad. It's just fruit sediment.
But this beer has definitely traveled to more cities than most people before we got it to here to drink.
Wasn't a whole heck of a lot going on. Looked
And
kind
it's
of white.
disappeared.
Yeah. So give it a sniff.
I don't... Is that plum?
I
Is that what that smell is?
You know what, man? I can't say that I really eat plums a whole heck of a lot. It's definitely like a fruity kind of smell.
It's a pleasant fruity smell.
Yeah, it smells nice.
I mean, you smell it and you know that's fruit.
I just can't
like-
say
like-
I'm not a...
Like fresh fruit, sweet fruit,
Yeah.
in a positive way.
It actually, yeah, I mean, if that's what plum
But-
smells like, it smells pretty nice, man.
But I'm not sure if that's plum or not because, I'm not super
Yeah.
familiar with plums either. But that's a really nice, sweet, fruity smell.
Yeah, it smells good. Let's give it a shot, bro.
If this tastes the way it smells, this is going to be delicious.
All right, I'm going to do it. All right, let's try it. Oh! Whoa. This almost reminds me of like an apple Jolly Rancher.
That is kind of thick.
Yeah. Body has got there's something to this. I
Yeah.
would say
That is kind of thick.
I'd say medium full, medium heavy.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely a bit of thickness to it.
Did not expect that at all.
No. And the taste, I was expecting this to be super sweet. But the initial hit is not sweetness at all, but
It's not
tartness.
sweet. Yeah.
It hits you with tartness and then kind of turns sweet as you drink it almost. This is Apple Jolly Rancher. That's what it reminds me of.
I think you're correct in that. I mean, it's definitely...
It's like that tart but nice kind of sweet tart thing going on. It's
Yes. I mean, that is definitely apple Jolly Rancher, apple candy,
Now-
candied fruit kind of...
I will say this: if you don't like tart or sour beers, and if you don't like super sweet beers, this is not for you.
My problem is, I'm not familiar enough with plums
Yeah,
or
to
the
say if this is
flavor of
accurate.
plum.
Yeah.
This might be...
The greatest plum beer ever. Yeah, and we just aren't that familiar with the fruit
And
itself.
I'm not familiar with the fruit, but you definitely, being ignorant on the fruit flavor, know this is like a fruity
Now, let me ask you this.
fruit flavor beer.
If I were to drink this, and I didn't see this can and didn't know that it said ale, I would think that this is a cider. Because I think it has that crisp tartness of like a nice, a proper cider, not some bullshit strongbow. Like a nice
real
proper
cider.
yeah.
Real cider, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that I would think cider, not beer. Not that that's a bad thing, just...
Yes, you're right. You're absolutely correct. That is a...
You could put this on...
Almost maybe like a Granny Smith cider?
Yes, like a green apple.
Green apple, yeah.
And it is a green plum. Maybe they're a similar taste. But if I didn't know that it said plum, because I'm unfamiliar with green plums, I would think this is a green apple cider. Definitely.
And because we can't read any of this,
It might say that.
maybe something says
Yeah.
apple. Or maybe bamboo horse means apple.
I don't know, bro.
Or maybe a green plum tastes like this. I mean, I never heard of a green plum until...
No, I only know of plums.
Right, plum.
And the color of them is plum. I assume they taste like plums, but I don't know what this
They're
is.
plums.
So, $1 million question. Would you have another one?
Absolutely. I would give this a big thumbs up. This is very interesting and really tasty. This is really good. And thank you again, Brandon, for that. I give this a big thumbs up.
I would give it a thumbs up too. I would probably like this over some ice. More like I'd drink a cider or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like when you've had too many beers during the week and you need to have something a little sweeter, a little slower. This is what I'd probably go for. And honestly, I think they've, and again, maybe this is what the green plums taste like. I think they've perfectly done the sweet tart kind of combination there. It's magnificent. And again, if that's what it tastes like, they nailed it. Now, if a green plum does not taste like that, maybe they didn't nail it. I don't know. But it tastes good to me. Ratings are pretty solid, and I would agree with them. Big thumbs up. So the both of us like this. Thank you again, Brandon, for bringing this halfway across the world. Thank you for sharing it with the Yeti, and thank you for sharing it with me, brother. Because there's no chance I would have found this. There's only 85 check-ins of this on Untappd anywhere.
Right. We would have never seen this in our lifetime.
And I think all of them are people that live in Taiwan. So to catch this in Northwest Ohio, that's pretty special.
Absolutely.
So we both liked it. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you been fortunate enough to try one of these things? Probably not, because there's not that many people that have. But have you had anything else with green plum? I mean, does that sound like an accurate description of green plum? Or are we getting it completely wrong? Let us know down below. Hey, till next time.
Cheers.